Well, it's the video you've all been waiting for. It is time for car review. Finally, I've always wanted to do this, and we're finally getting done. We've had 109 submissions. Not all of them were their own cars. Some of you submitted your parents' cars or cars in Grand Theft Auto. We'll get to those in other videos. Today, I want to look at your cars. I'm just going to jump straight in with the first person to actually submit their entry from Says. They've got a Volkswagen Polo 9N3 2007. So says that it's the 1.2 model. And it doesn't look so bad. It's a Polo. Let's see what we've done here. I'm guessing those are Lenzo wheels. I don't think they are genuine BBS. They look like Lenzos. I could be wrong. He's also got the blue lights going on. Not the biggest fan. Here's the thing. Every time someone with blue lights is behind me and they dip down, or like they've gone for a pothole or they've gone over a bump, it looks like a flashing blue light in my rearview mirror, and it makes me panic every time. So, yeah, blue lights, no, not for me, not for me at all. Okay, the next submission we have here is an absolute blinder. I love these old Renault 5s. Look at this thing. This is so cool. I'm a big Renault 5 lover. This is also an early model Renault 5. This is a Gordini. Big yes. I also like the elf things that you got going on here. You got a bit of racing numbers and stuff like that and graphics. It definitely looks like a solid race car. So this is a 1981 Renault 5 Alpine, known as the Gordini in the UK. I will say I kind of prefer the name of Gordini to Alpine. It's modified to be reminiscent of the Renault 5 Cup cars they used to run in the 70s and 80s. It's got a gutted interior and weighs about 825 kilograms, so it doesn't have, or need for that matter, much horsepower to be tons of fun. I mean, yeah, it's insanely lightweight. I like it. That is 2 big thumbs up for me, and also I just spotted this Prelude in the background with some nice wheels. That's nice too. Not your car, but seeing it in the background looks cool. So, actually, first of all, this is apparently a Pontiac Sunfire. I thought these were Saturns. I really do not know anything about pretty much like 99% of American cars. But for some reason, I always thought, whenever I've seen these front ends, I thought they were a Saturn. But apparently, this is a Pontiac Sunfire SE. Currently has 100,000 miles, and it's been in their family since new, which is really commendable. That's really cool. Miles per gallon, terrible. Absolutely terrible. 25 miles per gallon. Pontiac have really shortchanged their owners with that there. Also, I like the duck. So it says they started driving it when they got their license at the end of 2017, and they've put about 30,000 miles on it since. So this does have a couple of options over the standard, as it probably will say on here. It has the 4-speed automatic and the smoker's package, which just adds us $15, gets you a cigarette lighter. But yeah, I like quirky 90s American cars like this. The ones that are normally bland and normally people would ignore, they are interesting to me. And I like this car, and so that's a thumbs up for me. 2 thumbs up. And sticking with the theme of weird old American cars, 1993 Ford Escort wagon, full USDM spec. This is... okay, we'll come back to whatever the hell's going on with the arches in a second, but just want to say that as this... What is going on there? I do like these old Escorts. We got the Escort in the UK, and in Europe looked nothing like this. And so I've always had a little bit of a thing for these cars, especially because when I was growing up, I used to be on Car Domain a lot during the 2000s. And so I used to see a lot of American cars because it was quite American centric. And so you would see, I'd look up an Escort, and I saw one of these for the first time, and I was like, huh, an Escort is not the same everywhere in the world. So the car info, the cardboard wide body kit is just a mock-up for now. Hopefully it'll be fiberglassed and on the car soon, along with the headlights. I want you to show me this. When this is done, I want to see it, because I'm really curious how this is going to look when the whole thing is got all the fiberglass kit, presumably slammed. I like the Pontiac. Are they Trans Am wheels? They look like Trans Am wheels. I'm going to say Trans Am wheels. I might be wrong. But I like where this is going, even though right now in this particular, guys, it does look a little bit silly. Next up, we have Reese with his 2013 Volkswagen Polo Blue GT. And all they've said is it's lowered an exhaust. So as we can see here, new coilovers and exhaust. And also, well, I could see black rear lights. Here's the thing. I get that black rear light might look good on some paint colors. Not sure entirely it fits with the blue. It would have to be a lighter color, perhaps not even a metallic, or a darker color. But I feel like the blue sort of like in this in between where it doesn't, it looks better with the light on, but then in this one it kind of looks a bit odd. But I appreciate the private plate, the shortening plate. I've done that with my own car. I do like a smaller plate. It does look cool. Also got some sounds here. Yeah, sounds like a Polo with an exhaust. So here's one that we've got from Adam Batho, Mustang Fan 510. And this is a 1999 Toyota Hilux SR5, in brackets LN167, whatever that means. And yeah, also interesting, driving this on a P plate. Now I know in Australia, P plates, I think you legally have to have them. So to have this sort of thing on a P plate, oh, actually this is cool. This is cool, I like this. Also, what is with that? With the fog light covers, they looks like a face. I'm not sure how I feel about the face. But the camping thing and the tent on the back, that is so cool. I really like that. There's not really anything that you could say bad about a Hilux. I mean, it's got the full kit. It's got the bull bars. It's got the water snorkel thing. It's got the tent on the back. It's got big, massive LED lights for when you're out in the bush. I was hoping we was going to get some pictures with that. Oh, is that on? Is it on? Maybe not as light as I was expecting. Expecting that to be like, whoa, really bright. And it's almost like not even on. So on the info, he says, basically has all the mod cons, twin ARB air lockers, one front, one rear. I don't know what that means. 3-inch lift. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's big chunky tires. You'd want a bit of lift on that. 33-inch BFG mud terrains. They are big boys. That's a pretty cool car. Thumbs up for me. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. So next up, we have this. This is the Perodua Myvi. Or is it the Mivi? Myvi? Mivi? I'm not entirely sure. This is a Malaysian model on a, I think it's a Daihatsu. Okay, Toyota Pasu and the Daihatsu Boon. Apparently, this is like the Malaysian version. This is submitted by Kenny Chan. This is the Perodua Mivi EZ 2010 model. These are actually just plates for show. It's not actually really in Japan. They say it's fun to drive, and yeah, it looks like a sort of car that'd be fun to drive. Nice, small little car, revvy engine. Apparently, this car is notorious for behaving wild on the roads here in Malaysia, where I live, as they say. Yeah, that looks like the sort of car that would be owned by a young person. I like the mud flaps that you've got going on here. I also noticed, I think that's like blacked out on the lights. I don't think that's standard. You've also gone for like blacked out badging. Not sure if I'm into the blacked out badging with the blue. I do like that you've got the yellow fog lights, so they look yellow with the blue. That's a nice color thing. But the blacked out, the blacked rear badge, I probably wouldn't have done all the black here. The spoiler actually kind of fits. It doesn't look too out of place for this. You've also got like a roof scoop as well. Is that a working one, or is it just plonked on? Have you actually like cut out a bit of the roof to get that to work and got like a little vent and stuff in there? Kind of curious to know that. Yeah, the spoiler and stuff kind of fits in. The rally flaps actually looks like it fits in really nicely. Fits in with the ride height and everything as well. Everything's coherent. The only thing I probably wouldn't have done is the black bits on the lights and the blacked out bit on the badge. But other than that, not bad. Okay, next submission we have here. Joe HD has submitted their Fiat Panda 100 horsepower and also their Volvo 960 3-litre auto. The info here, Panda's had a minor oopsie with the rear of an Audi A6, hence why the bumper is currently black. Is that the same? Oh, it is the 100. It does have the 100 grille. Just, was that like a new one? Did you like buy one from Fiat? Because it's like like an unpainted plastic thing. Maybe you got that new. And the Volvo was £800 but has the worst paint known to man. You would have thought like those older Volvos would have had good paint because they just look kind of solid and would have nice thick paint to them. Oh, actually, okay, I see the bonnet now. That's terrible. I've never owned one of these Volvos, but they look like a nice big comfortable cruiser. They look terrible on fuel, but I've always appreciated these Volvos. But the Fiat Panda, here's the thing, right? I'm just going to go through your Instagram here. I've always sort of never understood the Panda. And then I saw the 100 horsepower and I heard that actually they're apparently a great load of fun. I'm kind of drawn towards them. I've always wanted to drive one. I'd like to drive one of these at some point because I want to see what the hype is about, because people say they're just like an absolutely amazing little fast car, just like a little go-kart. They do look cool. The front end is much better than the original normal Panda. What's the plan with the Volvo? Is this like a stopgap to get the Panda painted or what? Because I can't imagine you're going to get rid of that Panda daily and go for something that looks like it's going to be way worse on fuel, unless it's just a case of needing space. So, yeah, I think it's a cool car. Okay, the next submission is this one submitted by my own girlfriend because, well, she wanted me to rate her car. Oh, you guys can also in the comments also join in with me to rate this car. His name's Wookie, as you can probably tell by the number plate, WKY. Doesn't have the P plate on anymore. P plate's a terrible idea. You're just a target. It's just a target on your head for people to just assume that you're going to be crap and they're just going to tailgate you, try and overtake you, whatever. People suck. At the end of the day, it's a standard i10. It's a car for old people and new drivers. That's just the way to put it. I drive him a lot. He's a good little boy. He's a good boy. Okay, now this is cool. This is cool. And also, what I should say, I've got a little thing here that my girlfriend's made where she's compiled all this together. She approves of this one a lot. So fair enough, you also get my girlfriend's vote on this one. I mean, you could probably tell why. It's pink. It's So this is a wide body 2002 Lexus IS300 submitted by Midnight Escape. They say it's a factory manual. It's got limited slip diff, static suspension, BN Sports Aero. I guess that's the kit. BN Sports Aero. Custom wide body kit as well. 3-piece WED Cerebus 1s. 18 by 10.5 and 11.5. Those are stupid numbers. I actually really like that. I've always been a fan of the IS and the Altezas. Same thing, but you know what I mean. Just that body shape. I've always been a big fan. And I do also like pink cars. It stands out. It's different. It's interesting. It's got a cool kit on it. The wheels are insane. This looks exactly like something I would build in GTA 5. And for that reason, it's 2 thumbs up. It's 2 thumbs up from me and my girlfriend. You get the girlfriend vote as well. Normally, there's this mentality I think that some guys have that they think that cars are going to impress women. And then what they find is actually all the attention they get is from men. I found this in the Evo as well. No one gives me a second look unless it's a guy, in which case they're like, oh, an Evo. But this will attract women, I think. So if that's your goal, fair enough. Okay, so there we go. We actually haven't gone through that many cars. There are still so many cars to go through. If you're really into this and you'd like to see more, and we'll just try and get like 1,000 likes. I don't think that's hard to ask for. Actually, I think it is hard to ask for, but I like the unobtainable goal. Try and see if we can get 1,000 likes for this. If you're enjoying this, I can make this a whole series. Now, this might be dangerous. If you'd like to submit your car, I'll put the link in the description below, but it might take a while. But if you want this as like a whole series, I'm well and truly on board. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.